All right, yeah. Oh, you're committing to some pretty big things in the chat there, Carson. $1,000 and you'll shave for the charity stream.
I'm before I was like, I don't like tattoos, but I'll definitely do $1,000 or more for a CU gaming tattoo. Honestly.
Yeah, I could
do a CU gaming tattoo.
I mean, it's a logo that's so good that people thought it was an official CU logo.
I don't know if I would do the logo necessarily, but if I could do
all in, Job.
Yeah. And we've transitioned over. All right, we're in it. Episode 6.
We're live.
We're live.
Okay.
We're back.
It's working this time. No crazy delays.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah. All right, who we got on deck again? Let's run it back. We got
I'm Carson at C_Giles on Twitter.
I don't have a face cam today, but I'm General Dumplin', as you know.
Yeah, he's usually behind a helmet, and now you're behind Discord AVI. So
Hell yeah.
Even more concealed. We get farther and farther away from the face reveal every day.
I mean, technically, we already did see it, like, every other, like, the last 2 podcasts.
True, which they definitely should go watch on YouTube. Yeah, and then I'm Rob, again, usually behind the scenes, but we're here. And that's my Twitch. All right, let's hop into it.
So I guess our first big thing is we got our charity stream finally got rescheduled, which is definitely nice. So
yeah, great.
All the public information we have now is that it's going to be 24 hours from the June 20th to 21st. Going to be a lot of games, bunch of fun things happening. Again, we can't really give too much information now since not everything is fully confirmed, but we will
also be a spoiler.
Yeah, that would be a spoiler. But we also have like a Google Sheets or form coming out for people to recommend things for us to do for either stretch goals or donation goals, as well as things to do. So we'll definitely be coming up with that. We're also going to announce the new charity organization that we're partnering with. So a lot of stuff to do.
And where can they find that form?
We've not released it yet, but you can find it on Twitter.
So it'll be on Twitter probably going into tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow.
All right.
You think it'll be on the Discord server at all, or?
We'll make an announcement.
Okay, good.
Right.
So I want to be up on it. Alrighty.
Sweet. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things that have been going on in the whole gaming world at the moment. Shall we dive right into it?
Yeah, I mean, we finished the spring semester, we're done with finals, and now we got this whole summer to look forward to new games and updates. We already got some updates coming out, too. We got Apex Season 5 yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of new interesting things in that, especially with the new character.
Yeah,
Loba.
I think that's the way they're doing that is pretty cool, if you ask me. I mean, like I was... as we were prepping, we started to talk about how all the other battle royales, like Fortnite or I don't know, PUBG. Does PUBG really do like any lore? I know they have like some Easter eggs on their map and stuff like that.
Nah, not really. It's just gunning.
Yeah, but I mean, like the major reform or change, the story that comes out of Fortnite and the majority of battle royale, like it's done through the season trailers or the map changes. But Apex is now with the battle pass and with the way they're doing it in general is like you can find loot on the map that plays into the story. And then, of course, the huge part is the new character. What's her name again? Loba? Loba.
Yeah.
So she is the daughter of... I don't actually know like the relation or the significance, but regardless, the character that they introduced last season, Revenant, right? He killed her father. So now you kind of have 2 arch nemesis out on the battlefield. Or they can be on the same team, and they have some crazy voice lines. Like, what were the ones you were saying?
I was saying that when Loba gets kill leader, Revenant will be like, "I still have 2 kills over you, Loba, mommy and daddy," and it just hurts. Like, damn, dude, why do you gotta be so edgy?
Yeah, and I thought like the Valorant like voice lines are pretty good. Like they'll taunt you sometimes. Like if you like lose a clutch or like you forget the bomb, they're like, "Hey, is any of you idiots gonna get the spike?" Or like don't worry, if you're not hitting headshots today, there's always tomorrow. And but that's just a whole nother level. That's brutal. Mommy and daddy, like God.
I mean, I haven't really played Apex in a while. Like I played right when it first came out when they really didn't have a season or a battle pass structure, and then most of the first season, which I think was Wild Frontier, didn't play season 2, grinded season 3, got burnt out, and I haven't played since. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I rarely play with teams and I just go solo, but I felt like I burnt myself out in the game
I can
because it's the same
understand that.
thing over and over again.
Yeah. Now battle royales are for me. They sometimes get a little bit too much, and then I kind of get burned out from them. But I might come back to Apex. Maybe since the summer's on, I have nothing else to do in quarantine. Maybe I'll download Apex and start playing it again.
Yeah, I mean, we have Josh in the chat, and he's saying Season 5 doesn't have enough players. You should be able to queue on multiple servers. I wonder what the size of their player base is, roughly. Because I think there's still, a pretty relevant Battle Royale. Honestly, there isn't that many Battle Royales left that are, that still
decent.
matter, so to speak. Or
aren't most of the Battle Royales free to play, for the most part?
Yeah, I think that's, I feel like you have to do that to survive.
What about PUBG? Is PUBG still... Because I remember PUBG, you had to buy it.
PUBG was $30. Let me check real fast.
Well, I think PUBG is PUBG mobile free. I mean, of course, PUBG mobile is still mobile, but
I think
PUBG's still $30.
Okay, I find that kind of strange, honestly.
Yeah, it is a little odd.
The majority of PUBG still has a huge Korean population. He's saying, PUBG's like top 3, if not like top 10 on Steam, right? Typically, in that range.
It's nowhere near its peak because I remember. I feel like almost every time we go on talks about player counts, we somehow end up on like the Steam user charts or something like that. Like I think right now it's about like 100.
It's at 117,000, and the peak today was almost at 500K.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Well, the Halo Master Chief Collection has a 500% player increase.
Is that on the chart? Is that on the charts right now?
Yeah, it's under trending right now.
Yeah, that's probably due to yesterday. Halo 2 came out and was added to that collection. So that collection.
Oh yeah.
I haven't bought that yet. How much is that collection? If you still have the Steam page up.
It's $40 for everything.
$40. You can buy it individually. Like I bought Reach for $10.
Yeah, I feel like an idiot for buying Reach individually. Like I should have just bought the whole.
I can see the thought. Like that was only like $10, right?
Yeah,
I got my $10 worth.
I did too.
Yeah. And then
but now I want to get Halo 2, so it's like, fuck.
Yeah, you have to spend another 10 or you get the bundle.
I mean, I didn't really want to play CE because I've already played that one so much. And there were supposedly some issues. I feel like it's like 90% there, but there's like some minor issues with it. I think there was an issue with the cutscenes in Reach's campaign where movement, like all the character animations were 60 FPS, but the camera movements were 30, so there's a little bit of stutter.
Oh,
interesting.
And then there was issue with like the gun sounds being off. They were kind of like less powerful and kind of muffled.
That doesn't sound super fun.
I mean, I haven't played since March, February-ish, so they've probably changed it and stuff. But
they've had to have changed it by now.
But I feel like they're coming out with the games a lot because I felt like when it first came out on Xbox, what was that, 2015? It took a while to get all the games out, and now it's coming fairly regularly.
Yeah, I think overall for that $40, you're getting like a hell of a deal, right?
Oh, you're getting fantastic deal, dude.
If the game was originally $60 at launch, and you're getting what, CE 2, 3, Reach, and I think ODST at some point eventually, and maybe 4. And it's like one of the best game series of all time. Not because I'm biased and I love Halo, but because it's the best game of all time. And I mean, if it's probably going to go on sale at some point.
Right.
Maybe to $30.
That's a hell of a deal. Just being able to play Halo on PC alone just makes me happy. Like playing Reach on PC for the first time, absolutely, it felt amazing. I mean, I was terrible, and I used to be fantastic on the 360, but now I'm like garbage.
If they bring back Forge to the Reach PC edition, then I'll consider it. But for now, I've left it at like I had my childhood memories on Halo, and I'll leave it at that. Like I haven't had too much interest in it just yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but it's a Halo. Like it's definitely a good deal, worth picking up. Let's see. I know Carson used to play Apex a lot. We have other games that other people in here. You're pretty passionate about Rainbow Six yourself, right?
Oh yes. Speaking of that,
your mantra, your game.
Yes. So speaking of Rainbow Six Siege, recently they just announced the new season, Season 2, Year 5. It's going to be called Operation Steel Wave. There's nothing to know yet. They just released a 4-second video of Operation Steel Wave, which is just a backdrop. But there's a lot of hopes for this new update because there's possibly going to be the new Tachanka rework, which is going to be fantastic, replacing his turret and making it his primary instead, and then giving him a Molotov grenade launcher, which is going to be awesome. But we don't know anything about the ops just yet. Some people are really hoping for Norwegian ops, and some people are hoping for other things, but we'll have to see what happens. We'll probably find out the next week, maybe.
So this is season 2 of Year 5?
Yes.
So according to their roadmap, so this update, or this season rather, should bring 2 more operators, the rework of House, 1 event plus arcade playlist, and another battle pass. Gotta love battle passes.
They've actually been doing pretty good with their battle passes. I'm not gonna lie, like they're $10, but it's been kind of nice because I just grind it out and not buy it, and then when I finish it, I buy it, so I get everything. But they don't make them too long. The events have been fun. So far, Siege is making a nice little comeback, adding special game modes and such. So it's nice to see.
Yeah, I was watching like I don't know if you guys keep in touch with like the Score Esports channel. They do like a lot of good short pieces, and they're saying R6 is in like a pretty weird state right now. Like you have hackers like DDoSing like the main servers and like just like really like a large hacker problem overall. I don't know.
Yeah,
have you experienced that?
I personally haven't experienced like blatant like people flying around the map, but I have seen videos of it. And whenever you play, you'll constantly see in the top right corner like who gets banned by BattleEye.
Oh yeah,
and it's
a constant
so
feed.
much. It's a constant feed. It's never like I've never had a match where I didn't have a single ban, right? But lately, the problem that Siege has been facing is that a lot of hackers are getting away with like smaller little tweaks to their gameplay. So it doesn't seem like they're not getting like aimbot or anything. Instead, like they're able to ping you constantly, or just something minuscule that just like gives them an edge, but it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of things that needs to be fixed, but hopefully it'll get fixed up soon.
I mean, otherwise, like I know like the end of last year and then the beginning of this year, like that's all I was playing. Like it was really big. Like the Invitational had just happened, I think, or not the Invitational, or was it? Yeah, their major had just happened, right? And like
the road to SI.
R6 Esports was like really in a really great place, and now maybe I'm just out of touch with it, but I feel like it's slowed down or like quieted itself just a little bit.
It's definitely slowed down, but I think with season 2 and them actually reworking Tachanka, I think that might bring players to the game more, because people who like, I want to play the new Tachanka or something stupid like that. It's usually think new season brings a lot of players, and then once the season starts to keep going, people are like, forget this.
Right, yeah. So I mean, I think it'll kind of just restart that cycle with the new season. So you said it's just a teaser, but when's that starting back up? Like when's that releasing? Is that out at all?
No, that's no idea.
No idea. It's probably within the next couple weeks, I would assume, right? If not next Tuesday update or something.
Yeah, it should be fairly soon. They'll definitely have a release date soon, but next couple weeks, because ranked has been going on for a while, so usually that's when I get like the feeling like this is gonna end soon.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, yeah, I think that we covered the majority of R6. Just I don't know, the fun little side note, if you guys are bored during quarantine, I was on Netflix and I watched the series the limited series that just came out, Waco, which is the Oregon map.
Oh, yeah, that was really
Wait, what?
So
you're talking about like the Waco Siege TV show on Netflix?
Yeah, so which is about the religious cult in Texas. So the map Oregon, that is based on the Waco, Texas building. And now after watching the show, which the show mixes like archival footage and like actors to recreate it, like the building is like very, very close to the Oregon map.
That's pretty cool. I'd never known that.
Yeah, it's
like
like
I play Siege so much.
It's like partially cool, but like partially super creepy now. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's really accurate. They did a pretty good job now knowing that. Yeah. And then I guess to just close out for updates, like gaming updates this week, like just small little seasons, battle passes, whatever, is Battlefield 5 is getting its second to last update. And I know maybe we don't care about Battlefield too much at this point. Like, it's been out for a year and a half now or something like that, or maybe even longer. But it feels sad, like, when a game's, like, going into that, like, retirement stage.
When it's going towards the end of its cycle, and it's just like, damn, it is upsetting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, you're committing to some pretty big things in the chat there, Carson. $1,000 and you'll shave for the charity stream.
Before I was like, I don't like tattoos, but I'll definitely do $1,000 or more for a CU gaming tattoo. Honestly.
Yeah. I could
do a CU gaming tattoo.
I mean, it's a logo that's so good that people thought it was an official CU logo.
I don't know if I would do the logo necessarily, but if I could do
all in, John.
Yeah.
Should I do the Clovis meatball emote instead? Does that one look like
yeah, that's even better.
Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I'm just fantasizing about this now.
I'm now thinking about it.
I mean, at least we're talking about the charity stream.
Yeah, there we go. That's good. We got to promote that.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, we have the Amazon game Crucible, right?
Well, there's 2 of them coming out, or
2.
Amazon's publishing 2 of them.
Publishing, okay. So they bought a development company or something, or like?
Yeah, basically, Amazon owns everything and includes game studios.
Amazon owns everything.
Well, it's kind of crazy because Amazon also owns Twitch, which is the place for streaming. So if you either want to make it a really big community game, it's going to be on Twitch. If you want to make it a good esport, put it on Twitch. They basically own the game, and they also own the platform to promote the game for free.
Yeah.
Combined with that, at the very least, it's going to be moderately successful.
That's going to be a little weird. Like, they're releasing a game, which they'll no doubt promote via advertisements on Twitch, and then probably sponsor streams. And then it's just this singular loop. Like, watch people play our game on Twitch and sub to us so that they and us get money. And then if you like the game, go buy our game and we get more money.
Now, one question about this game: is it free to play or is it going to be a paid?
Oh, 100% free to play.
Okay, so that means this is probably going to do just like what we saw with Valorant. With the Valorant closed beta, it's still in beta, but we're probably going to see something similar with a lot of streamers playing the game, and then they're going to have drops enabled, probably. I feel like, or something they'll do. They have to. I mean, the way Valorant was so successful with this process, I don't see why Amazon wouldn't. So they're going to have another drop system. You're going to see a ton of people playing this game for a little bit, I bet. You know, definitely Twitch partners. And then, you know, you're going to get keys and you're going to play it, and then they're going to have drops enabled for everyone. Yeah, I feel like this might just repeat, but it won't be as successful. But I don't know yet. I can't assume.
I mean, we already have a company that controls a streaming platform and the games, like with Microsoft and Mixer, except instead, people actually watch Twitch. People don't actually watch Mixer.
Yeah, I have
not as many at least.
Yeah, I have a couple friends that are super into Sea of Thieves, which is Microsoft or Rare Games, which is owned by Microsoft, their game, and they've done oddly enough, they've done exclusive drops on Mixer, and then they'll do like Twitch Prime. They've done exclusive like skin drops on Mixer. Watch like somebody for 30 minutes, but then they've also done Twitch Prime packages and watching stream packages recently on Twitch. So it's really strange that they would bounce back and forth between the two. But yeah, I think we're definitely going to see something. Like, it's going to be a missed opportunity if there's not Twitch Prime integration or something on this Amazon game.
But if you guys looked at the trailer at all, or
I not really. I might have vaguely seen it at like the Game Awards or something like that, but I don't really.
I mean, like, no one knew it existed until like a week and a half ago. Like, there was no information. It's almost like Apex. They dropped Apex like 48 hours later, but it's
gotcha. So I definitely didn't see it at the Game Awards, but
I mean, it looks kind of cool. It's kind of third-person MOBA-esque.
Yeah.
I know there are different game modes, but there's like one mode that's very much like a MOBA.
I'm willing to try it. You know, I'm open arms to it. I want to see how it's gonna play out, but it's definitely gonna be interesting. Everyone's just gonna be like, Oh, it's an Overwatch clone. Oh, it's an Overwatch clone. That's usually what happens when even Overwatch like game.
But Overwatch
with
is more.
Valorant.
Overwatch is more capture the flag, payload.
Move this thing over there.
Yeah, it's more got the MOBA maps and you got the different lanes, you got different characters that fill different roles. Like supposedly some characters don't even have any like shooting or gun attacks. Like they're just like melee only. So
interesting.
Yeah.
So it might appeal to people that can't aim. I'm not entirely sure.
Can't aim. Okay. Yeah. Overwatch was a really fun game. Like it was relatively approachable. I played it with my little brother when it came out, but I have no idea what that game, like what the current state of that game is on like.
Yeah, I used to play that a lot. I used to play Overwatch a lot. I used to put so much time into that, and then I don't know, something just kind of clicked, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I just got burnt out. Like I just stopped playing because none of my friends
burnt
playing
out.
what I play.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, like
also
really quick on this article by The Verge, the Crucible launches in 1 week. Also.
Okay.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
So this is
20th.
gonna be like in like I don't know what. Probably not next week, but like if we do a podcast, episode 8, if it doesn't flop, we'll definitely be covering it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that. Like when you can just predict something. Like we knew Valorant was gonna break the internet, and it did.
It did.
Yeah. So I love this. I would love to see like I don't think this will do that great. That's gonna be my prediction. I think it will phase.
It's gonna try it.
Top 10 for like 48 hours, and then we'll see, depending on how
Everyone's
approachable
gonna
it
go
is.
back to Valorant.
I think it might have its niche because it's different enough from everything, but similar enough to get people in. I mean, people are obviously gonna try it for maybe a week because it's free.
I mean,
But
I'll end up trying it.
You've got major, basically Monopoly publishing game on their other monopolistic platform that they can basically like promote, and it's like a cycle of promotion, and people are gonna see it and they're gonna play it because you're gonna see it. I don't know. I really have not looked too heavily into it. I mean, I've listened to podcasts of people talking about it, but again, I'm not really the biggest fan of third-person shooters. But I mean, I played Fortnite for a little bit before it got too popular, so I might try it.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Why not?
Yeah.
Can't really make an opinion about it if I don't play it.
Right.
So before we move on from Crucible, unless you guys have more to say, that is one of the 2 titles they're making. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, they're publishing 2 of them, and another game they're publishing is called New World. It's gonna be published in August.
Okay.
Wait, I feel like I've heard about this New World before.
So you join 3 different factions, and you team up with players, and then you can literally wage full-scale wars against all these other factions.
Really?
And, like, try and raid each other's capitals. I don't think capital cities, but like fairly large bases in real time.
And it's like an elimination type thing, or like
No, it's like MMORPG, so it's all real time.
Okay. Yeah, because I think that again kind of sounds like what like I wanted from Elder Scrolls Online, and of course didn't happen.
That's actually a great thing to mention. I played Elder Scrolls Online recently. It has improved a lot, but I understand what you're saying, that it's like Elder Scrolls Online in the sense like you want this, and then you get delivered something that's like half-assed almost.
Yeah, definitely.
I've never really played an MMORPG, so I'd be open to try it. Also, I think it's also another free-to-play game. I mean, I was too young to really get into World of Warcraft when that came out, and none of the other MMORPGs really seemed interesting to me since none of my friends were playing them. But I feel like either I would never like it, or I'd probably spend way too much time and get burnt out really quickly.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things. Like another thing, I'm out of touch within this giant gaming world. But like, I find it so hard to watch those kind of games, but they have a huge audience on Twitch and streaming platforms. Sometimes, I don't know if that's like you're teaching me how to do this, you're better than me. But like to me, they're like monotonous grind games. So like, why do you want to watch someone else repeat the same task? Yeah,
I feel like every game is a grind game if you think about it long enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm grinding for a rank rather than level 100. I don't
Or an item or
I'm gonna
something.
make a fool out of myself trying to make a World of Warcraft assumption, but yeah. But I mean, at the same time, luckily people do like World of Warcraft, and luckily people record World of Warcraft so that viral clips can come to the internet, such as our very own Leroy Jenkins.
Oh yes, that was a great way to tie into that.
Oh wow, that was kind of caught me off guard there. Yeah, so turns out Leroy Jenkins, aka
Went to see you.
Ben Scholes, went to see you, and legend has it he recorded that video in the engineering quad. I can't confirm that, but
I've heard the Willville Towers, yeah.
But it's crazy to think that we just tweet out basically almost the entire Leroy Jenkins video, and then that becomes basically our most popular tweet of all time.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's gotten over 22,000 impressions, 273 likes, 70 retweets. It's got like a 20% engagement rate. So like we've put in a lot of effort for some of our posts, and then we just say, "Hey guys, Leroy Jenkins, biggest post of all time for our Twitter account." Like I don't even know what this means. I mean, also like a lot of very big CU accounts retweeted. I think the C Unit retweeted us, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely did bring in a lot of people outside of our typical demographics, which is always great. Always great to bring in new people to the community, but yeah, Leroy Jenkins, CU student, we need to put a plaque up somewhere.
Yeah.
We do.
Once
Dude,
we get
I
that, gamer space.
when I found that out, it was so like it put me off guard a lot because I was just watching like just like a history about the guy because I was just curious, and he's like, yeah, he grew up in he lived in Lafayette, Colorado. I was like, wait a minute, that's where I am. And he's like, yeah, he went to CU, and he was what was he, a mechanical engineer or something like that?
It was electrical engineer, I think.
Electrical engineering. And I was just like, wait a minute, this famous man went to my school.
Yeah, and I think that's like, I feel like I said that. Like, I feel like I said that as a kid, or like at least once while playing a video game, and just like didn't know the origin. Like, there's a South Park episode that uses it, I think.
Oh yeah.
Make Love Not Warcraft. It's the best South Park episode of all time.
It is.
I mean,
dude, I caught myself saying it all the time too as a kid, especially in Minecraft too. For some reasons, Minecraft on the Xbox, I said it all the time with my buddies.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I remember watching that video. Like, I don't really know how old I was, but it was on my parents' like the very first iPad, and our Wi-Fi was so bad that you had to like basically wait 30 minutes to get a 2-minute video to load. And I remember watching the Leroy Jenkins video on my parents' iPad. I feel so old now.
That's so worth the 30-minute wait. Just
That is
for a
not
2-minute
worth it.
payoff of like
30-minute wait for a 240p video of a guy.
Yeah.
And even when I watched the video, it was at least 5 or 4 years old. So that's... Oh god, I feel old now.
That's the thing with the clip. Like, everyone knows like the audio snippet of like screaming Leroy Jenkins. Like, that's what's used. But like when you watch the whole video and you're like, all right, they're planning this. You're like, when's it gonna happen? And then it's like the last 10 seconds like of the video that like it's finally shouted, and they're like, oh well, there goes everything we just talked about.
It was great how much they planned.
Well, I found an article by CNN, how we Leroy Jenkins the coronavirus reopening. Like, really, also supposedly the military has used Leroy Jenkins at some point as like a term for just going in with no plan.
I'm just like picturing like a commander or like general like on a podium like, SEAL Team 6, after many days of operations, just decided to go with the Leroy Jenkins tactic and just get in there and take care of business.
GG, boys.
GG.
I found the video where they're like, they mentioned that the army has Leroy Jenkins, and it's just a bunch of military guys in like a command center, and you just hear the Leroy Jenkins sound clip.
That's great.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You should drop that in the chat for anyone that wants to watch that.
It's about 4-ish minutes in to this video that I posted right there. I'm also putting it in our Discord, but it's just it's the thing that it's also, again, CU Gaming does not condone unsafe drinking habits while gaming, but he did supposedly was intoxicated off of 40 ounces of malt liquor. So
my god,
what a legend.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's college, it's gaming, and we're glad it happened. Let's hope he was of age. Yeah, great things.
Alrighty, moving on.
Yeah.
we have some nice news about PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Plenty of news.
Yeah, plenty of news over there.
Did anyone see the video of the Epic Games tech trailer for PS5?
I
Oh,
didn't.
was the whole clip of like the Tomb thing?
Yeah, it was kind of like
Tomb.
like a Magic mixed with Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
And they're talking about like how like it looks good, but they only upload the video at 1080p. Like okay, like I get that. It looks nice even at 1080p, but then they're talking about triangles. They're talking about so many triangles. I feel like I'm in my high school geometry class. Like, oh, we're producing so many billion triangles.
Like
like
polygons.
Polygons, yeah. And there's triangle this and triangle that.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Is that so? That game you're talking about, is that the one that DreamHack tweeted those screenshots about?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. I don't know why DreamHack of all people were tweeting about a PS5 tech demo, but yay.
I mean, it looks fantastic. I won't lie. It looks really good, but I don't know. I feel like I've seen PCs that can do that very easily. But I mean, it's good that a console is able to reach that level of tech. You know.
I mean, they were talking about like importing 8K assets that they would use for like cinematics, not real-time rendering and all the other stuff. And okay,
Clovis said geography. Did you say geography instead of geometry, or is he just meaning?
Someone said geography.
I might have said geography. Polygons, triangles, mathematics.
Like, yeah, it's cool, but it's a tech demo because it's just a tech demo. Like
yeah, they're gonna put all their effort into this tech demo. It's just like
5 minutes long. Also,
exactly. Like remember when Watch Dogs had its E3 trailer, like gameplay, quote unquote trailer.
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
and it was absolutely stunning, and everyone was like, "Wow, this is the future of gaming." And then it came out, and then it was what we saw, and it was a complete and utter downgrade. As much as I want to be like excited for all these tech demos, I feel I've been constantly betrayed throughout my gaming career with these tech demos and gameplay trailers that I'm just like, I don't trust it until I see it released.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest, the demo looks great, but I personally am not gonna care until I see it released and see gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know how much truth. Oh, sorry. I don't know how much truth holds to it, but like I was always told, like when I first started PC gaming or like whatever, like I always saw the PCMR memes where it would show like an Xbox and then like a cable going like behind a table, like plugged into a PC, and it would be like Xbox Microsoft events or Microsoft Xbox events. Because I mean that's ultimately what we're seeing.
Yeah.
I feel like Ubisoft is the king of just not just be straight up inaccurate trailers.
Oh no, you're right.
Siege, Far Cry, bunch of Far Cry games, Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed.
I mean, they're bringing up No Man's Sky in the chat, and that's
a great one.
Infamously...
Like No Man's Sky, like it took 5 years, but they finally made it to where they wanted it to be. But the whole No Man's Sky thing, that was kind of funny.
That was actually hilarious.
Yeah. What makes me feel bad about that is like, do you guys remember the picture of the company and they like had a disc that said No Man's Sky like on their launch day and they posted it and they're like, we're done or whatever it was. Like
we did it.
It felt like such a cute, nice little indie company. And then after it all went down and everyone was like, you lied, and there was like billions, obviously not billions, but like just Steam was nothing but mostly negative, and it was like, oh, this sinister company, like I hate this company. There is no redemption. But
they got fucked. But
well, like I'm on the Steam page right now, and the recent reviews are very positive right now.
I mean, now it has multiplayer and all that, right?
I mean, it took them a while to add everything, but they finally got around to adding everything. Which is
they finally
nice.
Added the things they promised, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, like, can you imagine if that game came out right now on a more updated graphic engine and had everything they promised? I feel like it would have been amazing. Like, it would have, just like, what's another example of that? Star Citizen. I don't know if you guys know about that one.
Yeah. Star Citizen.
That was one that has just been in like funding like alpha for like ever. Like it's kind of like Tarkov where you have to spend like I think like $200 to like get into the alpha, and then you get like your name on the credits and like your own ship, and like it's not even that great. Like it looks amazing, but it's not even that great. They just spent so much time talking about it.
Star Citizen's actually pretty interesting because they have like a catalog of ships that you can buy on their website. And they have like advertisements for the ships, but like I don't even know what the gameplay looks like.
I know it's extremely photorealistic, as much as it can be for a spaceship game. Like, I know the graphics are insane, but like you said, I don't know what you do in Star Citizen. I don't
just
know
know
how
it's
it differs
open.
itself. Yeah.
How do you play it? Is it like Elite Dangerous, I guess, just more complicated?
Yeah.
Elite Dangerous is already too much for my brain to handle.
Elite Dangerous. And then I don't remember, did we ever talk about, I don't even remember the name of it, but there's that PS4 exclusive coming out too, talking about space games. It's a first-person shooter in space. You guys remember us talking about that at all? I totally forget the name, but I don't know. I think, like Josh is saying in the chat, like there needs to be a strong esports title for space exploration, space fighting games, and
I'd be really open to see like an esport game of just like spaceship battles, you know, something cool like that would be nice.
yeah.
One thing, actually, going back to No Man's Sky real fast, I did see that it said there's VR headset compatibility, so you can play No Man's Sky in VR.
Ooh,
Sorry to mean to go back
like
to that. I just saw that and I couldn't forget it.
Yeah, so that game's called Boundary, and I put it in the chat if people want to watch it. It's like a full like space FPS game, like however that works. I'm pretty sure that entirely goes against every physics law ever, but yeah.
Whatever.
Space
That
and
actually looks. I'm watching it right now. That actually looks really cool.
yeah.
Gun go burr. That's all that matters.
I mean, is it kind of like Infinite Warfare when they were in space, but not really in space? Like I'm watching the trailer, and it's almost kind of funny because they're in the really, really, really big suits.
Yeah, they're in massive
But
dudes.
then they have like the super futuristic guns.
No, I definitely know what you're talking about. Is that Infinite Warfare or the start of Ghost? Whichever one. You're
Oh
definitely
yeah, I
right
remember
there.
in Ghost when it had that.
And that's just like, you just have like, you're like white M4s, right? Like it looks like space guns, but it's just like not. Like they're not like shooting like lasers or anything. And like, I don't think there was any like countermeasures, because I'm pretty sure physics, if you fire a gun in space, aren't you gonna go flying the opposite direction?
Well, they look like they have jetpacks or some shit.
Some kind of stabilizer? I don't know. That's, you know what?
Space gun go pow, or I guess not pow because you can't hear anything with no oxygen.
That's another thing. Oh my god, that's another thing. So how do they do that then? There's got to be audio cues in the game, right?
Well, I guess you could be like low Earth orbit, so you could have like muffled noises. Again, since I'm not smart enough to do physics and stuff, that's why I'm doing business.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I can't math. I can't science either.
Either way, it looks cool, and I'm here for it. It literally just looks like astronauts with advanced weapons fucking blasting each other in space.
Yeah, it looks super fun. But I totally hope that some kind of content creator makes a video like called like Boundary in real life or whatever. It's just like zooms out on the battle and you just hear like pew, pew, whoosh, whoosh, or whatever.
You just see one person flying into space, into the abyss.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be fun.
Yes, the moment when you realize that Carson's no longer in exploratory studies, I know, it feels really great.
Exploratory
Again,
study? Is that like undetermined?
They like me enough for my money, but they don't like me enough to actually be in business. So I had to do a few classes, mostly economics, which I don't even like. But who cares about me? We're here about the games, not about
Games.
games.
I mean, I feel like it's something we can all at least relate to, but yeah. What else? I mean, so PS5, their tech demo went pretty good. We got the Unreal Engine 5 screenshots, as we talked about. They have a lot of exclusives coming up. Before we wrap up PS5, I guess another thing to cover is probably one of their big polls is Last of Us Part 2, right?
Oh, yeah.
And,
Has there been like spoilers going everywhere for that right now?
Someone leaked.
Yeah, someone leaked like almost the entire campaign or something, or like the ending. Like I think you can like if you want to know what happens in Last of Us, like you can find it. Like you don't have to wait. I definitely want to wait because that game like almost brought me to tears when I watched like PewDiePie play it back in. God, that was a long time ago too, wasn't it?
That was a long time
That was
ago.
late PS3. So what is that? Like 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago.
It's funny how our brains do that thing. Like I remember Last of Us as being like next gen beautiful graphics. Like I don't know why. Like as artsy as the cover of Last of Us is, I remember the graphics being that well. And if it was a PS3 title, I know that is so far from the truth.
I mean, I feel like it looked really good because it was late generation PS3 and it was made by Naughty Dog, who knows the PlayStation.
Compared to the time, like the games of that time, it was pretty good. Like visual wise.
Wow, I feel old. It was released in June 14th, 2013.
What?
Wow.
I feel so
What?
old. Man. Yeah,
Wow.
I was like 12. Yeah, I was
13.
12 at the time. Oh my god.
I was watching
Wow.
that one. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I vividly remember it because I didn't have a PS3, so I watched it on my Xbox 360 with my friend. We watched like an episode of PewDiePie playing it every day. We didn't have Watch Together or Discord, so we would just like count down when we would start. We'd be like 3, 2, 1, go, and then we would just like watch these 50-minute Let's Plays. God, I'm like tearing up. That game is so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I feel that.
Yeah.
Emotional games hit me hard.
Yeah. I can't wait. I hope he plays it and I can watch it again because that'll just be like a full circle thing.
Yeah, you gotta do the call with your friend, except use Discord.
Yeah, I'll like
And you
reach
can
out
just,
to him.
and you can just share screen this time.
Yeah, I don't think I've talked to that friend since like middle school, so that would be funny if I reached out to him.
You
Anyways,
should.
Yeah, I definitely should. Anyways, I think that just about covers it for PS5. They're in a good place, I would say, overall. Unless you guys have anything else to say about them. In the
I think they're
defense
doing
or
pretty good.
offense.
I
However,
have more for the Xbox
Yeah.
X, less for their hardware, but more for the games. I know we don't have this on the Run of Show, but the new Tony Hawk Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remaster looks pretty good.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Apparently
I never played it, but I
cat
wanna
is
play it.
disrupting the chat. Quiet, cat. Yeah, I don't even know. So, I mean, Series X, their alleged gameplay event was supposed to be like 2 weeks ago on a Thursday or something like
They
that.
just didn't do it.
So they did it, but they promised gameplay, and all we got was in-engine gameplay or in-engine cinematics and like in-engine like story stuff, like no gameplay. So
Oh,
people were
nice.
super
Exactly
disappointed
what
about
everyone
that. Yeah, I don't know. They announced some new games. I don't remember the titles. Just a couple like indie games or not indie games, like pretty big like titles, like ones that'll look really good on Series X, but no gameplay, nothing. So like chat and social media was like flaming Microsoft. So in like later this month or in June, there should be another gameplay event coming out, and I think they're trying to make it up to people by giving gameplay of the next Halo game, which is
Ooh,
God,
That would
see that
satisfy
what is that?
people.
That's Halo. God damn.
Infinite.
That's right. So if it has Halo Infinite gameplay, that should definitely. I mean,
That'll calm them down.
That'll redeem themselves.
What do you think? Do you think it's going to be closer to Reach or the newer like Halo 4 and 5, or more close to Halo 3 and Halo 2?
I hope 3 and 2. Just go back to basics, dude. Just go back to basics.
Yeah.
I would take Reach. I would take the gameplay of like 3 and 2, and maybe add sprinting just because I'm a maniac.
Yeah, that's fine actually.
But like Halo stopped existing after ODST and Reach. Everything else actually Halo Wars 1 and 2 were actually fairly good. But
I liked Halo
Wars. That's the
Wars
top-down
1 a lot.
game, right? The top-down game.
that was like
That was the strategy one.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
actually pretty fun. It worked fairly well on a 360 controller, I think.
Yeah, it did. It was actually very surprising. But I can see what you're saying. Like I kind of want the gameplay mechanics of 3 and 2, but I would like the atmosphere of the Reach, just because I thought Reach had a beautiful world. I thought that was really fun. But I don't know. I'm really open to see this, and I'm excited to.
Also, no Bloom.
No Bloom.
God, I hated the Bloom so much.
Yeah,
No
I
Bloom.
never really played too much of excuse me, Halo like multiplayer, like versus or online. I don't even think I had like internet for my early days of Halo. But Halo was I think it was my first M-rated game for original Xbox. I remember being
Really?
in a Toys R Us of all places. My mom was like, "I'm gonna get you this game because your uncle said it's good, but like it's violent or whatever. Like don't be violent." And I remember kids in front of me like asking their moms and their mom saying no. And I was like, I didn't even have interest in the game. I couldn't get past the first level until my stepbrother came on the weekends and helped me because I was so scared of the aliens in the first scene when they like kill the commander above you. I waited like I don't even know.
You're
And
just
then-
like, forget that. They can deal with it.
Yeah, and then
I remember the flood being
oh god,
extremely scary.
don't even get me
as a kid.
started.
Flood
dude.
scared the shit out of
Yeah,
me in
I
Halo
I
3.
was able to convince because my dad had gotten Halo 3 because he plays video games a lot, but he never really played it. And so I found it. I think it was like 7 or 8. I was able to convince my mom was okay because Master Chief is just a robot and he's just killing aliens, and robots killing aliens is better than people killing people. So
Fair
thanks,
enough.
Mom, for letting me play Halo
That's
3.
pretty good. That's pretty good. I think you had a lot of intelligence right there. Mom's like, well, can't mess with that logic. But the Flood, oh god, ugh.
Wow,
That's
the
the little
Flood's
like
scary.
spider looking like, or like, it would just be like a horde of like these like bug-sized creatures, right?
Yeah, well, not bugs, a little bit bigger,
Or,
but the
yeah.
scariest scene I've ever experienced was when the flood took over the marine that you see for the first time get turned into one of them. That was absolutely horrifying. I watched
that-
that at my cousin's house. That was
I don't know if I
terrifying.
remember that. So it
Is
was like a
that
head
seaweed
crab
or-
type thing.
No, it was just like a ton of the little ones that have like the little tentacle things, and they all
Mhm.
just jumped onto the marine and then just changed him
So they,
into the
like-
flood.
Oh god.
Was that Halo CE or was that Halo 3?
That was 3. That was 3.
Because I was weird because I played 3 first and then I went back to play
Yeah, same here. Same here.
1 then 2.
For me, it was 3, and then 1. Yeah, 1 and 2. Because I played it at my cousin's house, and they were playing 3, and I was like, oh, numbers don't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I think recently I didn't want to buy the Master Chief Collection because I want to play the old Halo games, and Halo 2 wasn't out, so I bought like Halo 2, the original Halo 2 used on eBay for $5, and it was actually, it looks like smeared Vaseline on your TV screen. The most fun I've had in a long time, even though I haven't touched a controller in well over a few years.
Yeah, I guess Halo is definitely a really suspenseful campaign. I don't know how we went back, oh no, we're on Xbox now. But I can say, like, I don't know why. I was so uninterested with the campaigns once Reach came out. I would spend hours in Forge. I just voice cracked so hard. I just would spend hours in Forge, just making. Oh my god, there's so many game modes. What were some of them? Like Griff Ball, the Death Runs, the Indiana Jones thing.
The slides.
Like car tunnels, like where you would have to get up and the cars would be coming, and then like I don't know if you guys would ever just play with your friends, just like hide on the Forge map, and then like just I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
play
just,
hide and seek.
I wasn't smart enough as a kid to figure out how to download maps.
nah.
But for some reason, I thought the only other modes were camping and Forge. So if I wanted to play my brother, we would go on Forge, and once I was get close to killing him, he'd just go into the little, like, robot
little
guilty
orb.
spark ball and run away. And
yeah. God,
I feel like this podcast is going to turn into Halo nostalgia.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
I mean,
That's okay.
let it be. I'm sure the people love it. Who doesn't? PS5 players, I guess.
Fair point. Yeah.
What else? I mean, but just to generalize it back to Xbox, what else did they do at that event? I don't know. I feel like
I didn't really hear much about it.
Yeah.
I didn't
just-
hear much about it either, so I guess that has to speak volumes.
Yeah.
I mean,
great.
I know Cyberpunk 2077. They're not. I don't know if they were there or not, but I've heard that if you buy the game on one platform, you get it on both for free.
That's the.
Really?
I think that's the smart delivery feature. So what they were saying is, if you buy a game on Xbox Series X and it's available on Xbox One or PC, it's. I don't quite remember the logistics, but it's automatically added to those accounts, and then I think you can have it set to automatically download, which is pretty good. So I think that's like really great that you wouldn't have to buy Halo on your Xbox and on your PC.
Was it like that for the 360 and the Xbox One? I don't remember.
Not
think-
too sure.
I don't think so with the 360. I think it's somewhat that way on Xbox One. Like, I believe Sea of Thieves, to bring that up again because that's one of their like big exclusive titles, I think that I bought on PC, and I'm pretty sure I own it on Xbox One just like as a result.
Okay,
But,
fair enough.
Yeah, but overall it's a pretty good move from them.
Yeah, it's
I feel like
definitely
they-
smart. I'm glad they're doing something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, they have to make these decisions because they're behind Sony and PlayStation. Like, you don't make the choices that everyone likes when you're behind. I mean, when you're ahead. You make it when you're behind, when you have to get everyone to love you and whatnot.
Yeah, but on the raw paper stats, the Series X is winning, right? On like amount of video RAM and like teraflops of whatever.
Does it
Jargon?
matter? Like because it's always been weird because
It's always
The
been
place-
like that, I feel like.
the PlayStation 3 was weird because it had very weird architecture for the time. And it was technically more powerful, but no one knew how to use it. And then the Xbox 360 was more popular, but people knew how to use it better.
Right.
And then when the Xbox One, the base version came out, it was significantly weaker, but then they made the X. And then supposedly teraflops in one system is different than teraflops in another. And I don't really know or care at this point because we're so far away from release. Like, we'll see it. I'll see it with my own eyes when that happens in, 1 to 2 years, give or take?
Yeah, and then I'll decide then.
I think ultimately they're so close to each other too, right? Like,
Pretty much.
They're just heavily optimized. They're just like heavily optimized PCs that are fairly mid to high range that they just cram into a small box. Like,
right. But I mean,
they're
like
the
when you
same-
want, sorry, go ahead.
They're the same thing. Like, I would probably prefer, I don't know, because I know Microsoft, you can get games on their store and play it on your PC. I don't know if PlayStation has that feature.
I know they have remote play. Like, you can download an application and play on your PS4 remotely. But, I mean, ultimately, I think with consoles nowadays, it really just boils down to, I feel like, a discussion of, like, where are your friends? Like, what system are you going to play on with your friends?
Basically, that's what determined it for me.
Yeah. And, I mean, I honestly don't care too much about consoles, except when they bring nice studios and exclusive titles that eventually get PC ports. That's just my own personal stance on it now. But yeah, I think it at least probably in some way vaguely motivates the PC market, I would say. Like, oh no, these consoles are catching up. Like, we better just release the next series of NVIDIA cards that we already have and is 5 years ahead. But yeah, who knows? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. But I mean, we also just did rant about Halo for like 20 minutes, so.
We did. But I think we did cover pretty much just about every topic.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying it in the realm of like, okay, if consoles didn't exist, like, we wouldn't have Halo or we wouldn't have Last of Us, like, stuff like that.
True.
But
I mean, Halo was on PC. I mean, I know it came out after.
I mean, Microsoft probably would ultimately have released Halo on PC. You're right.
I mean, Halo started out as a Mac game of all things, which I find crazy.
Really? Okay, I actually didn't know that stuff.
It was like a third-person real-time strategy game on the Mac, and then they got bought out by Microsoft and like, make this game.
Oh, so
we own you now.
Macintosh had the rights to it
yeah,
initially?
there's a video online from like 1999 or early 2000s where Steve Jobs goes up on stage and is like, now the greatest new game on Mac, Halo, and it's the weirdest thing to watch, especially almost 20 years later.
Oh, I have to watch this after that.
Yeah.
After this.
Yeah, send that clip to us in you don't have to pull it up now, but just send it to us and we'll put it out there. God, I want to watch that. That sounds so great. I love old Apple keynotes and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think we're still in a little bit of a waiting stage for games. We're still waiting on like Cyberpunk and like big things to happen, but I don't know. It
really
feels
wish
like we're
Cyberpunk
so
came out.
close to something huge. And then we get Valorant, and everyone talks about that for a little bit, but like, I don't know. I want more. I want more things
I'm
to talk
hungry.
about.
We'll hunt it.
Yeah.
I'm hungry for new games, but I realize at the end of the day, I'm probably just gonna go back and play Minecraft. Like,
Yeah,
that's what I've done.
Yeah.
It's the constant cycle of life.
It is.
Find new game, play new game, get burnt out, go back to Minecraft because there's some new update. So
Something like that. All right, Carson, do you want to do your weekly esports roundup?
we don't really have much of an esports roundup since
That's
we
true.
had finals and then people stopped playing. The only thing is that our Rocket League Black team will be the premier or starting match for the week 4 of the Rocket League Collegiate Clash by UMG. So that's going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's going to be tomorrow. I think they're going to face off against University of North Texas.
And that'll be over on UMG's Twitch, most likely?
Yeah, twitch.tv, I think UMG Gaming or something like that. Just search up UMG. They're there.
You'll find it.
Yeah, I think that's basically it. I mean, other than that, we'll probably have tryouts at some point for our teams for the fall semester, because that usually happens, especially for Valorant.
Oh yeah.
Definitely excited for that. Yeah, sadly with finals, a lot of leagues ramping down. There really isn't much for esports side, which definitely does suck. I know that there was a recent UCLA Invitational that had, I think, like an Overwatch team and our Hearthstone team. They got about halfway through it. But for the most part, it's just kind of been this UMG doing the Overwatch Clash and the Collegiate Clash, and that ended last week. Actually, Overwatch ended last week with our Overwatch Black team placing 5th out of the 8 weeks of play, so that was really good. They earned, I think, maybe 1,000 or so for each player worth of scholarship money, so that was definitely nice. But for the most part, we really haven't had any new things coming in. does suck, but we do have the charity stream coming up, so that's definitely something to
Exciting.
look out for.
Yeah, so to recap on that, because that's probably one of our biggest events this summer, probably, I would say. Like, that's where you're going to be hearing the most from us. So they're going to want to check the Twitter tomorrow to submit their ideas of what we should do at certain incentives and what they want to see, right? Probably tomorrow on the Twitter. And then it'll be right here on this channel, June 20th.
So
Yeah.
I think that's it. So I guess we can go into our thank you for our staff. So again, Robert is also one of our hosts, but he also does the graphics and he does work the stream. You can follow him at Robert Ushock, so Twitter and Twitch.
Twitter and on Twitch, it's the link right above my head there, Ushocks.
Okay.
But I
And
might as
then
well stop introducing myself as the behind the camera guy, because I've been in front of the camera more now. But
Yeah.
So then we also got Ben, who does our uploading for YouTube, and our project team includes James, Josue, and Clovis. And you can follow Leonardo on TikTok at General Dumplin.
And Twitch, General Dumplin 1.
Ooh.
sweet. Okay. All right.
Heck.
That just about does it for episode 6. See you guys.
Thank you.
It does.
Are you waving under that AVI over there? I assume you're waving by
Yeah,
the viewers, right?
I'm always waving. I'm also, of course, I'm wearing the helmet. You know, I have to.
Of course.
course.
All right. Yeah, I love that you stay in character. All right. See you guys.
See you guys.